BNP starts selecting women's reserve seats candidates. Next fascism to be more devastating, Jamaat Amir. QE getting bigger for fuel despite claim of stock. And Iran announced opening Strait of Hormuz. Well, good evening, viewers. Those were the headlines. I'm Salim Kadir, and you're watching English Bulletin. We now follow with the details. Interview of BNP's nomination seekers for women's reserve seats is underway at the BNP Chairman's Gulshan office. BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman, Senior Joint Secretary General Ruhul Kabir Rizvi, and standing committee members are present at the interview session. Earlier, talking to the media, Ruhul Kabir Rizvi said those having contribution in the past movements will be considered for the nomination. In the first phase interview of nomination seekers from Rajshahi, Khulna, Borishal divisions have taken place. The second phase of interview will take place on Saturday. All will have to remain united to take the new Bangladesh forward, achieved through the sacrifice of the young people. Minister for Local Government and Rural Development and BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir made the remarks at an event in capital's Baridhara on Friday. Mentioning about different challenges, Mirza Fakhrul said ensuring food safety of 18 crore people with limited resources is a big achievement. Development has quickened following the footsteps of multi-party democracy of Ziaur Rahman, he added. Next fascism will surpass the fascism of the past in terms of devastation. Amir of Jamaat Islami, Dr. Shafiqur Rahman, made the remark at the Council of District and Metropolitan Chapter of the party on Friday. Addressing the event at Al Falah Auditorium, the Jamaat Amir said engineering had taken place in the last polls with the convenience of the interim government. Now the incumbent government is trying to surpass the desire of the people through political influence in different organizations. The government wants to run the country in fascist style. Although the government is claiming to have high stock of petroleum in the country's history, of the scenario at the filling stations are completely different. Queue of vehicles in front of the filling stations is getting longer every day. Government sources claimed panic buying is going up, apprehending more crisis of fuel in future. Some of the clients claim they have to remain in the queue in front of the filling stations from 12 to 14 hours. Many of them even queued up from Thursday night to collect fuel for the whole week. Clients demanded government should resolve the sufferings by keeping all filling stations operational and increasing supervision and vigilance. Pressure for the fuel has gone up as many of the filling stations have remained closed. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman will inaugurate Hajj flight tonight at Hazrat Shah Jalan International Airport. A circular issued by the Religious Affairs Ministry on Thursday said the Prime Minister will inaugurate the Hajj flight at 11:35 p.m. The first Hajj flight will leave at 12:10 a.m. with 419 pilgrims. There will be 14 flights on the first day. A total of 78,500 people from Bangladesh will go for Hajj this year. The pre-Hajj flights will end on May 21. Holy Hajj will take place on May 26, depending on moon sighting. The return Hajj flights will begin from May 30 and end on July 1. Iran said it has opened Strait of Hormuz fully for the commercial vessels. US President Donald Trump also admitted it in Truth Social. It came as Britain and France are co-hosting meeting to discuss way out from the blockade of Strait of Hormuz and the global supply shock due to US-Israel war on Iran. Nearly 40 countries are attending the summit, excluding the US. Reuters and Al Jazeera reported the meeting aims to reaffirm full diplomatic support for full freedom of navigation through the strait. According to a note sent to invited nations, the aim of meeting is to reaffirm full diplomatic support for unfettered freedom of navigation through the strait, through which around a fifth of the world's oil and liquefied natural gas usually passes, and the need to respect international law. The meeting will also address economic challenges facing the shipping industry and the safety of over 20,000 stranded seafarers and trapped commercial vessels. Dear viewers, we now take a short break and we will be back soon with Israel-Lebanon temporary truce in effect. And Bangladesh lose to New Zealand in the first ODI. Welcome back. You're watching ATN News. This is English Bulletin. There will be no difference between the students of government schools and private schools in the scholarship exam of Class 5 in future. State Minister for Primary and Mass Education Bobby Hajj made the remark while inspecting the scholarship exam of Class 5 at King Faisal Institute in capital's Mohammadpur's Ring Road on Friday. He said scholarship exam is taking place this year to inspire the students. Necessary initiatives are being taken to bring the students back to the classrooms and ensuring proper academic atmosphere. There is also a plan to increase the stipend of the students. We now begin with news around the world. Israeli shelling targeted the southern Lebanese towns of Qiyam and Dabin soon after a ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon entered into the foes at midnight local time on Friday. No information was immediately available on casualties or damage. Anadolu agency reports cited Lebanon state news agency as saying massive shelling conducted by Israel 30 minutes after the truce took effect was announced Thursday by US President Donald Trump is set to last for 10 days starting from Friday midnight. Reports said Israeli forces carried out large-scale demolition on two southern Lebanese towns. It also reported intensive Israeli drone flights over Rashaya and western slopes of Mount Hermon. Separately, Lebanese army claimed of multiple Israeli violations of ceasefire agreement, including intermittent shelling targeting towns and villages in southern Lebanon. US President Donald Trump said Iran has agreed to hand over its enriched uranium. Fresh talks amid Washington-Tehran could resume as early as this weekend in Pakistan, as US-Iran very close to making a deal. However, Iran is yet to comment on Trump's claim. Trump's remark came into BBC report recently. Speaking at Las Vegas event focusing on US economy, Trump gave one of his most upbeat assessments of the war since it started. He said it was going swimmingly and should be ending soon. Iran agreed to hand over enriched uranium, one of the key sticking points in negotiations to bring the war to an end. Earlier at White House, Trump said Iran agreed not to obtain nuclear weapon and would turn over what he called the nuclear dust, believed to be buried underground following US-Israeli airstrikes last year. Viewers, we'll take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching English Bulletin. Now we begin with sports news. Bangladesh have suffered 26-run defeat while chasing 248 runs against New Zealand in the first ODI at Sher-e-Bangla National Cricket Stadium in Mirpur. Tigers' innings ended for 221 runs. Opting to bat first after winning the toss, New Zealand made a good start but failed to capitalize in the later stages despite half-centuries from Nicholas and Foxcroft. Key contributions included a 68 of 83 deliveries from Nicholas and a 59 of 58 balls effort from Foxcroft to guide the visitors towards a competitive total. Captain Latham could not make an impact, falling for 9 of 15 balls. bowled by Tiger skipper Biraj. Finally, New Zealand posted 247 for 8 in their allotted 50 overs. For Bangladesh, Taskin, Rishad and Shariful picked up 2 wickets each, while Miraj and Nahid claimed 1 wicket each. Well, before ending the bulletin, we had top stories once again. BNP starts selecting women's reserve seats candidates. Next fascism to be more devastating, Jamaat's Amir. Queue is getting bigger for fuel despite claim of stock. Iran announced opening Strait of Hormuz. Israel-Lebanon temporary truce in effect. And Bangladesh lose to New Zealand in the first ODI. Well, that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us. Until then, see you soon.